Hey everybody, welcome to Cardboard Commander. My name is Jerry, and today we're going to be doing a little unboxing on the book The Art of Rodger B. MacGowan. And I'm sure you guys are all familiar with his artwork. He is the artist of war games, and they sent me this book, and I'm very appreciative of that. And so I thought I would do a quick unboxing, kind of take a look at it. And first thing I noticed is it's very well made. Very professional. It's a great table top book. It's going to be sitting on my tabletop, in fact, but very nicely put together and just a beautiful, beautiful book. So when we look inside, I want to thank them. Really nice signature from Roger, just saying, Jerry, enjoy this visual time machine of the history of our hobby. Roger, so that's something I'll treasure. That's really neat. So we're just going to kind of go through a quick thing here. There's a forward here, and it tells you just kind of the short story about some things, how he got started, all his little ventures and all that sort of thing. And but again, the pages are nice and thick, very nice. The images are beautiful. Again, there's Roger sitting at his desk, and it talks about his fire movement days, and of course his Avalon Hill days and that sort of thing. But really a good read. I've already read through most of this, but I'll be going through a little more. But then he talks about, this is 1976 when he was asked to do the Russian campaign cover for the war game. He's got some really nice drawings that he did, and the cool thing is his signature appears right around here, which was one of the first times that ever happened for a war game artist. But again, just some really beautiful looking artwork. We're all familiar with Squad Leader and all of those and how he did all that. So we're just going to kind of flip through here really quick because I'll be doing a couple more videos in depth and that sort of thing. So again, 1977, Battle of Dien Bien Phu and Anzio. Then we come through, you can see the original art here, and then the art for Operation Crusader, just beautiful stuff. And Roger, one thing I will say about his artwork is very recognizable, which is really pretty cool. In 1978, this is one of my favorite covers. I've always liked that cover. Cross of Iron, really kind of cool. This was of course, the game map for Squad Leader. He wanted to focus on a Russian leader, which hadn't been done much in the past, and so that worked out really well. One of the best covers ever, flat top, talks a little bit about that. And again, just some beautiful, beautiful images. I'm just going to kind of flip through here really quick. I love the little pen and pencil images that he detailed from his sketches, which is really cool in there. Again, we've all seen a lot of his general covers. Really just good stuff. That's just Roger right there in a nutshell, just the way he does his images. Crescendo of Doom, of course, another game back in 1980. So this Swashbuckler cover, I'm actually trying to get that game on Noble Knight. It was so much fun to play. There's a little bar scene in there. I actually didn't know he did the cover for that, so that's one of my favorite beer and pretzel games ever. But if you look back, he talks about some more of his cover art. This is stuff he did for Yaquinto. He really talks about what the covers were and how he was inspired. And one of the cool things about this whole thing is the music that inspired him. So he listened to music while he was doing a lot of the drawings and everything. So 1981, everybody's familiar with the Battle of the Bulge cover. Guns of August is a classic as well. So again, just kind of flipping through pretty quickly here. The book is just beautiful, just really, really nice. GI Anvil of Victory. So if you notice, there's a couple images difference here. I guess when he did the first cover for GI Anvil, he wanted to use this image up here with the Sherman on fire, and they really didn't like that idea, so he put the regular Sherman tank up there, and he left the one on fire for fire movement. So that was kind of cool. Just those little nuggets that he includes in the book is very interesting. So again, just some more beautiful covers. And as you're flipping through, you can it brings back memories to me of games that I saw when I was a kid. Again, this is 1982, so I was a senior in high school when all these were coming out. Just some beautiful box art. The Operation Market Garden, great image right there. The pages are just so beautiful and just easy to maneuver. I just love the look of it. Very professionally done book. Look at those images, folks. Battle of Stalingrad, Assault on Leningrad. So this was released by 3W Games in 1980 and then picked up by Hobby Japan. But if you notice, this is kind of a rendition if the fighting had gotten all the way into Leningrad, what that might have looked like. So pretty cool image there. Again, just more beautiful images in here. You can sit here for hours and just look at all the images and read the little notes that he has. It's very, very cool. He tells you kind of what inspired him on some of the things. Really like the Tactics magazine covers. Those are some of the best covers. Looks really cool. So this up front cover, so I don't know if you guys are familiar, but this picture right here, a lot of you will probably be familiar with it. So that's on the Combat Commander Europe box. This was the original art for up front, but they wanted a German soldier on the front. And so he put the German soldier on the front. And as you could imagine, there was a little bit of uproar about that. But I think he made the right choice. That's a great box cover. And if you haven't played up front, it's amazing. Again, more box cover, 84. He comes through, does more. Talks about the Blue Max cover, which is a great cover. And again, when you're going through the book, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but you'll just have to read the cool little settings in there. Really some nice insight on what he was thinking while he was coming up with it. Most of us will know him from his Avalon Hill days, you know, the artist guru back in the day. It still is. It's really cool to see how his career has come along, and he's still the authority in wargame art. Talks in the book about how he was in college and how some of his instructors and students couldn't understand why he was drawing the things he was drawing, but he did have a couple of professors who really believed in him and just said, hey, keep drawing what you want to draw. And I think it worked out pretty well for him. I really like how he did the logos and everything for the box spines, so they all look good on the shelf. Just some really cool stuff. Like I said, I'm humbled that they sent me a copy. It's beautiful. It's going to be one of my treasured items that I have. Then, of course, he went to GMT and redesigned their logos and all that sort of thing, so you'll notice all his stuff on GMT games. Then he started doing art through a computer, which is just a change of times, and a lot of these games were the first ones he did doing just computer-generated art. So he talks about some of the art covers here. Really inspirational the way he designed the covers, and he kept things as original as he could. It's just beautiful stuff. He really wanted to do this more kind of like he did for SPQR, but he got to do that later on, and that game, of course, is one of the most beautiful games out. He talked about all his C3I things that he's doing, all the covers. Again, more beautiful art. And like you said, his stuff stands alone, just really pretty in the way he does things, but it makes you want to go buy the game. I really love some of his Civil War covers. They really bring into the forefront the pain and anguish of the time, but there's no mistaking his artwork for this. Again, very diversified. He's got some beautiful art in all types of games. The old For the People cover, card-driven game, one of my favorites if you haven't played it. Paths of Glory is one of my favorite games, and talks about how he went and designed that cover. And again, just really cool little tidbits about how he came up with some of the cover art and everything for this. So like here, he's talking about Wilderness War. Since many Native American tribes became involved in the French and Indian War, I decided to focus my cover art on their important participation. My cover art was influenced by movies on the subject, such as Northwest Passage and The Last of the Mohicans. So I love the little insights that he gives you. So the cover concept for Berlinda Barbarossa, he wanted to go through the entire war. So it starts off in 41 and kind of goes through all the way to 45, which was a great idea. Again, just beautiful artwork. Things we're all familiar with. I just didn't know how much he did. He's a true artist, and it really makes our hobby, he has really made our hobby a great one. Empire of the Sun, one of the best covers ever. Again, Combat Commander. So he talks about how using the bayonet and the M1 Grand, I think that's what he used, yeah, for the cover, for the logo design and illustration. Again, just a beautiful, beautiful book. It's a big book too. We're only on like page 148. Talks about, again, how he did all the other covers and kind of his inspiration. All those covers back from the 2000s, 2011. I love these No Retreat book spines. Panzer, just a great cover for that game. The Hunters, one of my favorite games. It's great. Again, he just has done so many covers. I didn't understand until I really saw him and saw all he did. All the Panzer covers. Again, if you can get your hands on this book, it's well worth the money. It's not cheap, but after seeing it in person, it's well worth the funds that you're going to put out for the game. Just some beautiful looking artwork. Just a great coffee table book, and it's something I'll be proud to show for a long, long time. Again, all of the Death Valley game covers, Last 100 Yards, all the submarine game, Naval World War II games. Just some really, really cool stuff. As we keep going, the updated Russian campaign cover back in 21. Here's his 22. And then there's an appendix here of all the art that he's done from all the way back to 1974. And this is what was eye-opening to me as you start looking at all the covers and all the names and how many there are. It's just incredible what he's lent to our hobby. And he's really made the hobby very presentable in the sense of art to me. We've all laughed at some old game covers, box covers, but we never seem to do that with Rodger's stuff. It's just really good and well thought out. And now I even have more of a respect for it because I see all the hard work that goes into it and does all this. This is some of the stuff he did in his early years in classroom. Like you said, kind of very dark, war type. And again, people were kind of telling him not to do it, but he stuck with it. Just some really cool stuff. This was kind of the thing that really impressed me was him just going over. He did some stuff outside, some movie stuff. He did some stuff for colleges out in Cal State Northridge. Some more movie things that he's done. And then some more pictures of just him personally in his life and where he's gone and how he's, just his progression through life and what he's done for the hobby. So that's it for the book. So folks, if you get a chance, go check it out. You can buy it on GMT Games. It's the Art of Rodger B. MacGowan, and you won't be disappointed. So I'll be doing a couple more things on here. I think I'm going to do my top 10 covers from Rodger and that sort of thing. So stay tuned. But thanks for watching. Check out cardboardcommander.com. Make sure you do all that YouTube stuff, and really do appreciate your time.